Greetings, all you maniacs of minds on crimes, and today I want to talk about Payday 3 and sort of some things that I would really like to see. So, with the newest stream, we got the newest developer stream, we got more news about Payday 3. And a few of the things that I already wanted for Payday 3, like more stability, different engine, is actually happening because Unreal is going to be being used. Thank fuck. Because the diesel engine is a hot mess. It's worse than the creation engine than in the Elder Scrolls games and all the Bethesda games. I don't know how that's possible, but I think it's at least somewhat true. Anyway, so they're abandoning the diesel engine in favor of Unreal. I don't know which Unreal they're using. They just said Unreal, but whatever. Maybe they did state it and I just didn't. And I just don't know because I didn't watch the whole stream. I watched the Noely, his whole sum up of everything that was on the stream. So I prefer to watch sum ups and not the full stream. Either way, I do this for Warframe as well. So that's already a really good step in the right direction. Getting rid of that garbage engine and putting it to the side for a completely new one and not trying to upgrade it, repurpose it. Although they probably could have done that, but that would have been a little hard. I think it would just been easier to go to Unreal. Anyway, what are some things that I would really like to see? Well, first off, I would like to see more technology and more sort of cool gadgets being used because I assume Joy will still be a big part of the team, and she's sort of the techie person. And I feel like she should play a very, very big role of equipping the crew with all sorts of new gadgets to help them in heists. All sorts of things. Surveillance drones, you name it. I think all that kind of stuff would be very cool and, have a more tactical feel to the whole heisting thing that is Payday. Although maybe that won't be the case with these kinds of drones, but I think it'd be kind of neat. And all the other technology and hacking that she could do, she has to be a contractor. Like, come on. Joy is probably going to be another contractor. Locke is going to... I'm pretty sure Locke is still going to be like the main guy that replaces Bane. Although, I really do wish that Bane didn't die in Payday 2. Spoilers, by the way. And become the president. Yeah, things got weird. Either way. That being said, speaking of contractors, I feel like some of the other older heisters, especially Dallas, could be new contractors. Say, this is a bit of a stretch, but if we got fully like CAC heisters, like custom created character heisters, then Dallas would be the guy training these new heisters for the team. But at the same time, I don't think they're going down that route. I think they're going to stick with the cast characters and not do CACs, which I'm fine with. But seeing Dallas as a contractor would only make sense. He's the most experienced out of all the heisters, and he's, like the face of Payday. It would only make sense to me if he was actually a contractor. What kind of jobs would he contract? I don't know. Could be really anything because he's done it all. He's done stealth heists. He's done loud heists. He's infiltrated all sorts of things. He's done so much. Speaking of characters that have done so much, Hoxton. I'm kind of curious of what is going to go with him because Hoxton isn't just one of my favorite heisters, but he's also a very interesting character. Of course, he is going to return. I mean, we're getting Hawks. Like, you can't have Payday without Hoxton. Same thing without Houston. I mean, these characters are going to be a thing, but is he also going to be a contractor? Again, this is all just speculation. Duke might also be another contractor. Maybe one where he's mostly after, like, museums to add to his own. How scandalous. That sounds like something Duke would do. Anyway, I'm not going to go on, like, what characters I think will return because I think eventually most of them will return. Except for Ethan and Gila. Yeah. and the other like collaboration characters, I don't think they'll return. But we do know that Chains, Dallas, Wolf, and Houston are at least going to be in the game at the start. And also, I assume also Hoxton, because he was the part of the original 4. And then Houston stole his face and his identity for a while and got his own, but kept the mask. Either way. Now, what about perk decks and skills? I still want perk decks in the game because they're fine. They work very well, and all of them are, there's 22 of them. Are we going to get more? I don't know if we're going to get more. Maybe they could merge a few perk decks together, but I don't know. It all really just depends on how Overkill wants to handle how you make your own character and all of that, how you want to play. Dodge build, tank build, stealth build, all of that. With, all sorts of different things together. Maybe like a perk deck that is specifically tailored for gadgets. Like, you yourself isn't the big threat to the cops, it's your gadgets that carry you through. That'd be a cool perk deck. I think it would be a lot of fun to use gadgets in a big way. Now, speaking of things to use during heists, the weapons. First off, I want real world weapons. I want their real world names without mods. For crying out loud. Overkill, it's not that hard. Secondly, there's probably going to be a lot more weapons. Because, why not? Just add an enormous amount of variety. Same thing with the attachments, and the mods, and customization in general. Just add more. Like, yeah, right now you can customize guns in Payday 2 quite a bit, but you can't say change the kind of gas system it uses to overgas it to give it a higher rate of fire, or undergas it to give it a lower rate of fire. Of course, this only works for gas-operated weapons. But if you do that, that'd be honestly pretty cool. And maybe even Crytek level of customization. Like, if you've ever played any of the Crysis games or just Warface, you know how customizable guns are. But I don't think you should be able to customize your guns in the middle of combat like you can in Crysis, because that's a little ridiculous. Heister be carrying around like 30 scopes with him. But then again, these are heisters that are carrying 400-pound safes and a minigun and the ICTV. So, realism's out the window, right? Speaking of customization, masks. So, the masks in Payday 2, yes, they're customizable, but it's only a set pattern and colors. That's boring. Give us color sliders. Give us full detail control. This would really make your mask personalized, because the only limit would be your imagination and whatever Overkill wants to do. Instead of, say, you have a couple thousand variants of masks, you have literally endless variations. Your own custom decals, how even the mask is shaped. That would be awesome, because it would add so much customization. Same thing with suits. Add more customization, because I know fashion isn't like everybody's cup of tea in these kinds of games, but adding just that extra layer would really, really be awesome, because it wouldn't just be, a suit with a different color. It'd be a suit with your own personalized details and all of these other little things that really make it your own. Payday 3 really should be a game that takes Payday 2 and expands upon it thousands of times, because Payday 2 is limited by its engine. Payday 3 is going to be using the Unreal Engine. Basically no engine limits. So flex that. Go with that. Go crazy with it. I'm not talking like going crazy like dual wielding M60s or whatever, although that would be awesome. But no, that's a bit ridiculous. Anyway, what about secrets and Easter eggs and also the story? Well, whatever drew the crew out of retirement must be very, very serious. I'm about to start to talk about some Payday 2 lore, so if you don't know what's going on, it's completely fine. Has the Kataru been completely defeated? Has Murky Water been completely defeated? Are they looking for revenge on the Payday gang? Possibly. Is Murky Water trying to get Locke for betraying them? Possibly. More than likely, actually, because Locke basically middle fingered the Murky Water in their face, and they couldn't do shit about it because the Payday gang was there. At first, he was going to be an antagonist, but he just turned into a good guy. A chaotic good guy, but a good guy nonetheless. Speaking of chaotic good guys, Vlad. Oh my god, what is this crazy Ukrainian going to do for us? I mean, it's Vlad. Expect nuts. Expect stupidity and ridiculousness and craziness. Because that's Vlad in a nutshell. He is just the crazy Ukrainian that everybody loves. I mean, I love the guy. I love the character of Vlad. And I want to see more of him be explored and expanded. Speaking of things being explored and expanded, Bane's backstory. I don't think his identity should ever be revealed, but it would be cool if we got a little bit more about who Bane was. Who really was Bane before he became a criminal? I think it's out there that he was once a cop, but is that true? We don't really know. Same thing with a lot of other heisters. If we got more of their backstories, it could make them even more compelling characters. I mean, one of the characters I really like playing is Bonnie. She's wanted for honeymoon murders. She's an alcoholic and a gambler, and she helped Hoxton finger the rat. That's kind of all she did. But there's got to be more to Bonnie McGee. Because, I mean, she's a crazy Scot. There's got to be a lot more to her, right? Maybe there's not. Either way, in a nutshell, Payday 3 should just take Payday 2 and expand. Expand it to basically infinity. Just go nuts with it. Now, should they go sci-fi nuts, mystical nuts, or, neither really? I think there really is some sci-fi stuff in Payday 2. It's not magic, it's sci-fi because it's technology. But with the whole secret and everything, it seems like magic to humans, but magic and technology are one and the same if the technology is high enough in development. But should it be, magical or technological? Maybe a bit of both. Honestly, it really just depends on what Overkill wants to do. Me personally, I don't care which. I just don't want to see Dallas throwing fireballs out of nowhere, or Hoxton electrocuting a guard with his fingers like Palpatine. I don't want to see any of that, although that would be kind of cool. But more techie stuff would be awesome. Like I said at the beginning of the video, get Joy involved and make her make all these super cool gadgets for the Payday gang. Anyway, that is about everything I can think of off the top of my head. Other than maybe community-made weapon skins or masks, kind of like what Payday, kind of like what Warframe does with Tenogen stuff. I don't really think anything else anything more than that should be implemented. Either way, the only other thing I can really think of is maybe there should be community-made masks, truly made by the community, by people using Blender and everything, or Overkill giving them the tools to make a mask from literal scratch. Same thing with weapon skins. If there is a weapon skin for a lever action sniper rifle in Payday 3 that is steampunked, I'm buying that fucking skin. And I'm going to be using that skin forever. Because a lever action steampunk rifle is badass. I just love steampunk shit. So maybe a steampunk style outfit. Throw that on Hoxton. That'd be great. I think he could pull off the steampunk look. Aside from the chemical burns. But anyway, that's basically all I have for Payday 3. This game is still quite a long ways away. It's coming out, it's expected to come out in 2023. We have quite a bit of time to speculate, and Overkill is, of course, going to be releasing more and more stuff for Payday 2 and more information about Payday 3. And I really do wonder when Payday 3 comes out, I'm just wondering what it's going to be like. Hopefully, basically everything that's good about Payday 2, the gameplay loop, the gunplay could use some tweaks here and there, basically stays the same, and everything else that Payday 2 failed at be improved upon at the bare minimum. And with the Unreal Engine, that is really the key to truly unlocking the potential of the Payday series. Getting rid of that archaic engine for a modern Unreal Engine, Unreal 4 or whatever Unreal it is, that's fantastic. I'm so glad Overkill confirmed that they're going to be using Unreal. That made me so goddamn happy. I was like, fuck yes. Yes. Get rid of the diesel engine. Halo has gotten away with using the Halo engine for as long as it has because it's just been upgraded. Is it called the Slipspace engine? I think it's called the Slipspace. I might be wrong on that. Either way, I would love to know your thoughts about what might happen with Payday 3. What could be included? There's a lot of possibilities. Absolutely, there's so many possibilities. So, leave a comment. I would love to read it. And like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, that gave me heartburn just saying that. But still trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. I don't know if it's going to happen, which that's saddening. My precious numbers must be higher. It's my obsession. Not really, but you know, whatever. It's a cool little goal to have, right, for the channel. So, with all that being said, Payday 3 is possibly going to be just unbelievably outstanding. I don't think Overkill's going to fuck it up. If they do, oh no. That's going to be bad because Sweden is going to be raided by Payday fans. Oh shit. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And remember, in Trilby, we trust.